just a reminder of the contact she can make off the ground. She's got potent strokes.
She's not afraid to go for a big shot as well when she's on the run. She likes having that target.
And good wheels to get her into position. .108 miles per hour.
Thank you. Find the seats back to the
Big miss on that second serve. Just reached for that toss a little bit too much.
Yeah, it's tough for the paying customers to make their way quickly to their seat when they've got a honey deuce in their hand. Favorite cocktail of the US Open. Yeah, too good. She had a good position in the court.
It's just excellent footwork from Swiatek. It looked after she hit that angle like she may have approached the net but decided to backpedal, but ended up shifting back forward, got up to that last shot well. Interesting, Lauren Davis using the slice already pretty often when it's gone to her backhand side. She's so good at coming over that ball, but she's opted for the slice at the beginning of this match. Just trying to change up the rhythm on Swiatek from the start.
Needed to be at her best.
That's great rallying from both players. Good depth and good pace on the ball. Swiatek just getting a little extra power behind this last forehand.
Yeah, she always has a little bit of topspin, but it takes a little bit off and the ball goes through the court faster. A lovely serve. Does she ever hit a ball flat? She always seems to have a little spin on both sides. I agree with you.
Well, I think that's good that she does. Sometimes she can strike through the ball more, so can occasionally hit it a little lower over the net, but most of the time always has a little rotation on it. Just misfiring a couple times on the backhand, Swiatek, in this game.
Thomas Wiktorowski, very experienced coach.
Yeah, it was a long time with Agnieszka Radwanska.
former world #2 Polish player. Great player.
I think it's going to be a good combination for Swiatek, that out wide serve on the deuce side. As long as she can get it in the shorter part of the court, pull Davis out, it really opens up the rest of the court for her.
Swiatek was challenged in her opening game, but answered some really good tennis. So I think there are a few signals on both sides. Davis played a good opening game, hit some good shots. That's got to be a good feeling because she's got to come around and serve. This is where Lauren can be a little vulnerable. Second serve isn't big. We'll see if Swiatek takes advantage of that.
I think she will. I think that's going to be important that Lauren gets a lot of first serves, and I think she's very, very well aware that Swiatek's going to get aggressive on any second serve opportunity. That's where Lauren can maybe throw in some body serves when your opponent likes to take the ball early. But that first serve percentage, you're right, is going to be pretty important. That was a good example. That one pretty quick. Swiatek was right on top of that, took that serve on the rise.
I'm sure Lauren's accustomed to that, right? She knows how to defend that kind of attack, but it can be very effective. Oftentimes the shortest ball you'll see in a rally is that serve.
That was a good serve right in front of the service line. Had some pace behind that one. Got up quickly on the short ball. Oh, she got the shot she wanted. Like that, Davis went for that backhand. That's one of her best shots, is that backhand down the line. Just really overall aggressive point from Swiatek. That's something that she feels like in particular she's improved to have this rise in her game. She's looking to be more aggressive, more proactive overall.
It's almost like that aggression catapulted her, didn't it, to
Right.
this great level of success. Can she do it on a hard court now here at the US Open? Here's a chance for the world number one. To put the ball pretty close to the lines. She's really playing good tennis just to get back to deuce.
It really is. That was excellent depth on two of those forehands from Davis. That's what it takes. It has to be in the corner against Swiatek. She moves so well on the baseline.
I know on the men's side, they used to say that about Bjorn Borg. If you were playing Borg, you had to play the best point of your life every point. That's all I have to do.
That's it. No pressure at all. Too good of a return. She went for the right serve, just landed too short in the service box. She was trying to go for that body serve, didn't quite get it into the body. Just needed more slice to curve into the body off the bounce.
And there's Seal in the stands, and he's enjoying that. That guy knows his tennis.
He does. He's a huge tennis fan. Plays a lot himself, I believe. It was an excellent overhead, falling backwards on her back foot.
Yeah, I talked to Seal in the Players Lounge. Many years ago, he joined us in the booth for a few segments to talk tennis. He really knows the game
He
well.
does. Have you hit with him?
I have not.
No.
He told me, though, that he had the pick in the Wimbledon final from the quarterfinals on. I'm saying, how did you know that she was going to win Wimbledon? Elena Rybakina. He said, well, in my notes, I saw that she had an Eastern forehand and a big serve. And I said, you're right, but you take notes on the players? So he really knows his tennis.
That is great.
A good start there again. Swiatek's got the break of serve. There's a high up, sort of up on the backhand side serve. She's got some ideas about how she wants to play today, and she's executing. Yeah, another good shot. Have you hit with Seal?
I have not.
Okay.
No. I was curious. I was curious what you thought, but
Yeah.
you haven't. We'll have to get a scouting report on him.
Look at that.
Wow.
It's a big number for winners. All right, that shot's over the baseline. Iga Swiatek out of the blocks like an Olympic sprinter. 3-love.
Swiatek just gets such good acceleration on that forehand side. She really holds the backswing and then whips through it so quickly. It comes off her racket so fast. From Davis, good to see. Recognizing her approach shot was effective and snuck in. I think it took Swiatek by surprise. Great short volley from Davis.
Just still a few late arrivals. Trying to find their seat. Ahead of that forehand. She is so concentrated right now.
She did a great job of turning that point around. She was pretty much on the defense and then had maybe 1 extra second of time on one forehand and changed defense to offense.
It's that honeydew string. You can't walk quickly with that. You don't want to spill the $20 drink. All right, 15-30, more trouble. She was working hard to defend.
I was just thinking that Davis had to do so much running in that point. Longest rally so far of the match. Did a good job of getting so many balls back in play.
Ed Elliott is coaching Lauren Davis. Lauren's dad is Bill Davis. He's a cardiologist, so he knows better to watch matches. A little nervous watching those. All right, Davis doing some good work, and she's earned this one. An important game just to get on the board, stay within reach.
Please.
That's some good work off of the net.
really aggressive point. Davis, I thought, did a great job of keeping the ball nice and deep. It was just Swiatek that kept picking the ball up so well. Good coverage at the net. Read where Davis was going to hit that pass.
Not a bad-looking volley. Did you like the technique?
Good. I did, yeah.
I know she doesn't volley a lot, but she's effective when she does come in. A lot of times with a swing volley. It was a little more of the traditional punch volley.
Oh, that's so good. Just really committed on that return from Swiatek. Just hit it and kept flowing through that backhand, just kept charging forward.
Lauren Davis getting 56% of her first serves in. We talked about how that's an important number tonight. Just to avoid having to play on your second serve as often.
Davis.
Get yourself on the board. See if you can make some inroads on the world #1 serve. Swiatek last year got to the 4th round. Lost to Belinda Bencic. Download the US Open app to follow your favorite players, track the latest scores, stats, match highlights, player news, and more. Available in the App Store and the Google Play Store. I've got it on my phone.
I definitely have it on my phone. Had it on during qualies already.
We hope our viewers do too. It's a nice way to keep up with all the tennis. And Swiatek's idol, not surprisingly, if you watch her game and the way she produces her forehand in particular, is Rafael Nadal. She's got the lasso finish up high. When she wants to hit it through the court, wraps it around her shoulder. Just like the great Spaniard.
Not a bad one to emulate, I would say.
And Lauren Davis also says that she admires Rafael Nadal too. So a couple of Nadal fans scoring off for a spot in the 3rd round, or 4th round.
That was a good strike from Davis. That's the one she likes to go for on the return, that backhand down the line. She's missed a couple, but I feel like it's only a matter of time. She's getting a little closer, not missing that one by much. was a good get from Davis. The depth was important there on that shot. Just caught Swiatek in the middle of the court, got pushed back, got a little off balance.
And no one talks much about the defensive lob, but very important shot to have in the modern game.
Ball 250.
Is that the side you want to play to against Swiatek, you think?
I would
Attack the
say
backhand?
more so. I think both sides are pretty solid overall, but right now, especially what I've seen the first 5 games, is Swiatek's been a little ahead of herself sometimes on that backhand. She's missed hit 3 or 4 trying to go for that cross court. There's another one. That was an unusual miss. Didn't have to go for so much.
Deuce.
Second time that Davis has gotten to deuce. 10 unforced errors. Well, those little windows of opportunity. Slight opening there, second serve.
Interesting choice there from Swiatek on the return. She actually moved around to hit a backhand. I thought she was going to try and look for a forehand on that return. That's the side that she's making more unforced errors right now, that backhand. So it was just a little surprising, her choice there.
She's hitting that serve out wide well tonight. Just 86 miles an hour. Mark that up as an ace. It's like a good curveball. Not as much firepower as a fastball. Avoids trouble. A couple of deuces required, but she gets to 4-1 opening set.
Accuracy is just so good in that point from Swiatek.
So deep in the corner. It's a high percentage shot too, so she's going to make that one more often than not. Cross court.
It's a great move by Davis. Knows she has to do something different, and it's now starting to look for opportunities, especially when she sees Swiatek on the run, to maybe take a few more balls out of the air.
Too bad she had the space.
She set up the point so well. It's a very well-constructed point from Davis. Just missed the last shot wide. A couple break chances now for Swiatek. Well, I like when she's coming forward that she's not hesitating. She's making that decision very early on in the point and moving forward to the volleys.
Work from Davis just to get back to deuce. And one of the features of Swiatek's game is her ability to slide on a hard court. Are you a fan of that? If you were coaching a player, would you say, I want you to slide or I don't want you to slide?
My first thought is no slide, because I just feel like they might get their foot might get stuck, they might fall, but everybody is doing it. They're really good at it. But I get nervous.
I remember listening to one coach talk about how sliding into the shot, particularly on a hard court, I think on a clay court, you're naturally going to slide.
Right.
But on a hard court, you diffuse the transfer of energy into the shot. Where Pete Sampras would run through the shot and transfer all that energy on that step, as opposed to the slide where you're more arm.
And I also feel like players are opting for the slide too soon. That's what you're saying. I feel like you can take a couple more steps and you would be in still a balanced position.
Like sometimes I see Swiatek go into the backhand corner. I feel like she could run out there.
She's quick enough to, to take a couple more steps.
Hit a regular stride ball.
I totally agree. Oh, it's too bad.
Too bad. Double fault. I mean, on the men's side, Gail Monfils was the first Frenchman to sort of do it a lot. I mean, Kim Clijsters on the women's side. She was
she did it a lot.
Real proponent of that. Sometimes, I guess, sliding forward into a drop shot, that seemed like a good play. But sometimes in the corners, I feel they overdo it a bit. Just lastly about that, did you ever slide on a hard court, or was that just...
I never slid on a hard court, no. Yeah. It wasn't done very often when I was still playing. I feel like I feel like it's practicing doing it now on the hard courts.
It's how the game has evolved, you know, and the element of you're saving a step in recovery to get back into the court, something that, you know, Novak Djokovic does so well.
I also
at that game point.
Yeah, I also feel like the game has become a lot quicker, and I feel like for these players to get behind the ball, you have to be that much faster. I do think overall all the players have gotten a lot faster, but if they feel like they can't get behind the ball, then the slide becomes the first thought in their head. 2 double faults in a row. Swiatek, sometimes when you feel like your opponent's being so aggressive, you try and press on that serve. Well, the game that Davis won on her previous service games was over a 7.5-minute game, so she's been having to work really hard to hold serve. It's another 7.5-minute game.
Swiatek just refusing to give away the game. Break point number 4. Davis has had a couple of game points herself. Yeah, this is her 5th deuce, just to get her 2nd game. Swiatek makes it tough on you out here. I know it's Labor Day weekend, but she's really working hard. What the crowd would like, they'd like to see Davis make a charge. A little bit of pro-American sentiment, but obviously they'd like to see good tennis too. I know a number of the players, Jill, talk about this North American season leading up to the US Open. They get a lot of support. That doesn't happen sometimes when they're on the road, traveling around the world. Nice to have home cooking.
I think the players are just appreciating the fact that the fans are back.
Yeah, that too.
I don't think they realized how much they missed him until all the fans started coming back, and a lot of these players are getting support. And a lot of them you see start to use the crowd more often now. It's been, I think, pretty great atmosphere everywhere they go. There's been a lot of fan support. Quick mistakes from Davis. She's got to be willing to play those long points. She's been successful when she's had long rallies against Swiatek. Being willing to stay in those longer rallies is going to be important.
That was a nice backhand cross court. I wasn't sure what she was going to do with it. I thought she might go line, but pulled it cross court. That was impressive.
I think she got up to that so fast, so she caught it above the net. That's why she was able to get enough pace on it to get it by Davis. Davis organized herself well there, was waiting to hit a forehand in the light court. She kept her momentum going and chose the backhand side. Did a good job of organizing herself for that shot.
And look at the difference in winners tonight so far. Not even a set of tennis. Swiatek with 15 winners. That was my career number. Did you know that? 15 winners.
You got me beat.
We were steady. One of those small chances just to get back to deuce. But also depth. That was a really good forehand. So gets her to 5-2, and the Polish fans are happy about that. There's action from the top half of the draw today. Yesterday's action from the bottom half, Coco Gauff and Allison Risk through to the 4th round. So a couple of Americans in the bottom half, one American in the top half into the 4th round.
You can see Davis just taking her time in between these points. She has continuously been taking those deep breaths. Came out with a good couple first points already.
Back on Louis Armstrong Stadium court, this fabulous facility. Bird's eye view of the grounds of the USTA Billie Jean King National Tennis Center. Iga Swiatek, the world #1, serving now at 5-3 for the opening set.
Overall in this first set, Davis has been doing quite a bit of running, but Swiatek has made a few unforced errors here or there, especially on that backhand side. That's one that she's been mishitting, that backhand cross in particular. being very smart about changing up the pace on her serve. She's been using that hard, flat serve occasionally, but that slice, the more off-pace one, has been very effective on the ad, but especially out wide on the deuce has been very good.
Davis
has the capability to really flatten that ball out, and when she does on these quick hard courts, it can really shoot through the court, and Swiatek a few times has gotten late on that ball.
Boy, what an answer. 5 aces. She's done really well with the smash tonight.
There've been some tough overheads as well. A couple falling backwards on her back foot. That one got in really good position. Saw her take a few extra adjustment steps just to make sure she got underneath the ball. Sets up a set point.
She's a 2-time Roland Garros champion, trying to make some progress here at the US Open. Just to get the vibe right, here's Lauren Davis starting off the second. And a lot of players have talked about trying to get any edge they can get, whether it's in their tennis, whether it's the way they think about the game, think about themselves. All those things are so valuable in sport, in tennis.
Swiatek in particular has talked about her work with the sports psychologist, and a lot of times you think about they're there to help, not only help you focus better, maybe different techniques, but she has also focused on not only dealing with your losses, but dealing with long-term success too, which it's great to incorporate that, especially for someone like Iga, who's now #1 in the world, all those extra expectations on your shoulders and how you go about dealing with that long-term. Excellent wrist action on that short ball. That was difficult to get the amount of pace on that ball because it just keeps getting lower over the net. She somehow used that wrist really well to accelerate through that backhand.
Wow, that was some stop. Sliding and then popping back up into position.
Lat, second service.
Even looked a little off balance, Davis, on that one, but her hands were so good through that ball, through that backhand.
Your first backhand winner.
This almost looks like she rushed that serve, but didn't give herself time to reach up for that toss.
Davis lost her first service game in the first set. Here's the first service game of hers in the second. And bad news is Swiatek has a break point. Any slight hint of some time that you might have, you got to get extra aggressive on that first ball to give you the advantage. Yeah, it doesn't seem like if you just get balls into play, it's going to work.
You can't. Yeah, you got to take a little bit more of a risk.
Swiatek is too tough. She hits the ball so hard.
Swiatek took that ball on the rise on the backhand, and I liked where Lauren Davis was in the court. She didn't back away from that, stayed up on the baseline. It's hard to time that one well enough to hit depth on it. So it's good recognition for Davis to redirect the next one.
She means business, you know. These are sort of good signs for her. I know that, you know, she won big titles on hard courts. She hasn't played particularly well at the Open before, fourth round last year. But the signs look good. She's taking the ball early.
I think she's adjusted well to these courts. The hard courts you mentioned, she won Doha and then the Sunshine Double, of course, Indian Wells and Miami. But these are a little bit quicker here at the Open. And so the conditions are just different. So sometimes it takes some time to adjust, but I think she's doing well. You can see she's upped her footwork already in this throughout that first set. Down the line ball can be sometimes tricky because you have the urge to flatten it out, but you're going over the higher part of the net, so you just got to make sure you have a slight rotation when you're changing direction down the line.
She suffered in the opening set. This time, These courts here at the Open, they're part of the challenge. They're faster, not sort of medium. I have to say medium to fast. Missed that one. And Swiatek also talked about the women using a different tennis ball. They're playing with the regular duty Wilson. The men play the extra duty. What did you think about her comments?
Well, I definitely agree that the conditions here are unique. The balls are very light. I've talked to a few players that are still in the tournament that say they're still trying to figure out how to adjust to the conditions, which I found surprising because they've won a few rounds already. Good depth. She hits that one well. Swiatek sees that forehand cross well. She's consistently being able to get it into the corner. Good depth. But yeah, I think there's nothing like these conditions here. The courts are quick. The balls are light, so they come off your racket, came flying off your racket. Sometimes it takes a while to feel like you can control the ball as well as you would like to.
Lastly, about the tennis ball, I mean, the men use the extra duty. Should the women, as Iga suggested, maybe be using the same ball as the men, or do you not feel strongly one way or the other?
I mean, that would have benefited me if they use the heavier balls. I think it was Rafa, or I can't remember who, or Medvedev said it. He said it perfectly. He said, "You're not going to please everybody." I think probably half the draw would love these conditions, love the lighter balls. The other half might not. So I think it's something that is a challenge for the players. They have to learn to adjust to. I mean, for Medvedev, he loves these conditions here. I mean, of course, the men use the extra duty balls, but he likes the fact that they're quicker, fly through the air a little bit more. Well, I think she's picked up on the fact that Swiatek has been using that out wide serve consistently to the deuce side. Did a better job of covering that ball. Great return.
Davis. Some good news for her at 2-love.
It's just really good focus from Davis. That one forehand that Swiatek missed, where she tried to take it early, missed it long. She was flustered after that mistake, was looking at her box, just chattering away. And I think Davis did a good job of staying on her side of court, just really focusing on trying to make a dent into the Swiatek serve. Good response.
I think we got the idea that he was a Polish fan, even though he didn't have the flag up. The Polish shirt.
The shirt.
He had everything going on. It's great to see these fans out here, as you said, supporting tennis once again. We missed all these fans during the pandemic.
Oh, foot fault from Davis. Davis just asking which foot.
When you get behind in the score, or you're even in the score, you have to use that first serve, use it effectively. Did a nice job there.
Changeup as well from Davis going down the tee. Caught Swiatek a little off guard.
Tennis from Davis in defense. And a bit of a no-no, really, from Iga Swiatek there at the net. I mean, this would be considered a hindrance when she tries to distract her opponent.
That was a great dipping shot from Davis.
Yeah, that's something you do in the juniors. That's not something a world #1 does.
I mean, maybe not to lift the arms. It's okay to fake with the feet, but
Absolutely.
yeah, just lifting the arms.
So Davis gets the game, playing some good tennis. They say it's naturally ventilated.
I think it's a beautiful court. I love that because you get the breeze coming in if there's a nice breeze coming through the panels on the upper side of the court.
Backhand has been a little bit of a problem for Iga. For a long time, she had more winners than unforced errors, now making more mistakes. Of a match, did you want to hit more winners or see your opponent make more errors?
Oh, we want to hit more winners, of course. That wasn't my style, though. I was never overpowering one anytime soon, but that's your goal, is to have that mentality to look for those opportunities, in my opinion. You never want to wait for your opponent to make a mistake.
I couldn't either. I'd rather try to find a way to win the points.
Right.
Some people will say, well, the good thing about having your opponent make a mistake is you win the point and you break down your opponent's confidence. And it has.
Well, I think that's
always
always the goal, but if you have the mentality of just waiting for an unforced error, sometimes it makes you hesitate and then you start making more unforced errors, but you need to consistently have the mentality of going for the win and playing your game and wanting to be aggressive.
Yeah, I like that philosophy. I think to be aggressive, think aggressively, play that way. There's another error, another break point chance. Wow, Davis trying to go up 2 breaks.
She's really lifted her level. She's picked up on this patterns of Swiatek. Big opportunity here for Davis. Composure from Swiatek.
Yeah, fair amount of pressure in that point right there. Just to get back to deuce, try and get yourself on the board, avoid the love 4 deficit. That's a pretty deep hole to get into.
A smart serve into the body of Davis. Davis overall in this second set definitely starting to stay up on the baseline more, not letting herself fall backward too much. So good recognition from Swiatek to notice that and use that body serve.
It needed to be that good. She played it very close to the lines.
Almost couldn't quite get away from that ball quickly enough, Davis.
On the court. She really showed some emotion there, pumped her fist.
Yeah, it was great to see. She's definitely a lot more consistent off the ground with these ground strokes. Starting to gain that confidence, striking through the ball much better.
had some long games. How many we had over 7 minutes long?
At least 3.
Yeah.
The other 2 were both on Davis's serve. It's the first really long game on the Swiatek serve.
The return, the cross-court return was so effective.
And she's able to get that angle, especially when she's pushed out wide. She understands that side so well and strikes through that ball, but used the short part of the court and then got up to that short ball really quickly. Well, it was an unforced error, but actually I like the way Davis approached that ball. Maybe hit it too flat, could have used extra spin to just get height over that ball, but she struck it with a lot of confidence and was very committed.
That's a good game. The crowd acknowledging Iga's efforts to get on the board in the second set. Stay connected to the US Open on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Join the conversation with hashtag US Open. Such a wonderful setting. You know, we started the evening and this place was empty after they cleared out the afternoon session. Now it's quite busy. It's getting noisy, great atmosphere. It's always going to be pretty good when the world #1 is trying her best against a nice challenger like Lauren Davis. It's interesting to see Lauren Davis ranked just outside the top 100. Former top 30 player, of course, 8 first-round losses. That's one way to short-circuit your ranking. You just get those one-pointers. Obviously, the total points you earn each week is where you're ranked. Maybe you're not playing so well, or a couple of losses, suddenly you get a couple of tough draws, and the tour can be pretty cruel.
Yeah. I think also you start to not get matches under your belt, and we know how important it is to have those wins, those consistent wins, just really help you build that confidence. This is an important game for Davis because I feel like at this stage she's gotten Swiatek uncomfortable off the baseline. Just got to really focus on the first serves here. She made that look so easy. It was a great get from Davis off the ground, and she actually started moving forward after she hit the low ball. This was good timing right there on that high ball from Swiatek, but that's a tough shot to hit. Almost looked like Swiatek was done with the point, but great hands. Couple break points.
Just an example of how that low skidding ball, Swiatek seemed to get up too high. You know, she got above the ball. And if you get above the ball, you're usually going to find the net. So you got to find the bottom of the ball somewhere. They're trying to help carry the net.
And these courts are tough because it does skid through.
Exactly.
It stays low, and it's tough to really get that rotation and hit up on the ball. Occasionally, you can tell that Swiatek's been struggling with that ball that just stays low, skids through the court. She's on both sides, the forehand, backhand. You can see she's getting late, and she's trying to lift up, and she's unable to get her racket head around that. When she has time, she's great. A little bit of luck there for Swiatek on the left court.
So another break point chance. Showing signs of frustration.
Those types of shots worked well in the first set, where Swiatek was maybe having too much firepower for Davis, but now I feel Davis is very comfortable. She's gotten used to the Swiatek ball and is handling it really well. Now rushing Swiatek occasionally on the baseline. Good return.
And it's not a bad serve, really. And the 6 tournaments she won, it was a 37 match win streak. And along the way, she beat 7 Grand Slam champions.
Out.
short while, Swiatek has not been getting the wins as easily. So maybe it's a good time to get her. As Lauren Davis trying to play her way back into this. Down a set, 3-1 up. Here's a point for 4-1.
That's good. She disguises it so well. It's tough to read that she's going to go back behind you on that backhand. She has same preparation, whether she's going to take it cross court or down the line, so it's tough to read.
Well, when she won Roland Garros in 2020, the first Polish player, man or woman, to win a major singles title. And Poland over the years has had plenty of wonderful champions. Wojtek Fibak, he was a top 10 singles player. Iga Swiatek was #2 in the world. She just missed at Wimbledon finals. Of course, now on the men's side, Hubert Hurkacz, he's 10 in the world, so got a man and a woman inside the top 10. So something of a golden era for Polish tennis.
Yeah, they're great role models, both Swiatek and Hurkacz. And Radwanska, who you also mentioned, of course, we said earlier, Swiatek now working with the former coach of Swiatek, or the coach of Iga Radwanska.
Yeah, it says a lot about Witkarowski, is his last name, is really good coach. Helped propel Iga into this upper realm. She's playing great tennis. Maybe a little more vulnerable on a fast hard court, as we've seen Davis make some inroads here in the second. So a two-time Grand Slam champion being tested. Just a couple of words of advice there from Thomas Witkarowski. The best that Lauren Davis has ever done at the US Open to reach the third round. She's been to the second round 4 times. It's her 10th US Open. A real veteran.
Much more aggressive on that second serve. Swiatek cutting off that angle on the forehand well on the second serve. more pressure. That second serve just sitting up there once again for Swiatek to attack.
Deficit.
Last person.
Broken at love, but Iga Swiatek striding purposefully now to her seat, 3-4.
That was a chance. That ball just popping up for Davis. Almost looked like she changed her mind mid-stroke. Swiatek ended up covering down the line. Davis trying to change her direction cross, just mistimed that. On that return from Davis.
Yeah, she doesn't give you too much emotion, but she's a good competitor. But I think she burns pretty brightly, deeply inside. She's very competitive. She's going to give this one away. If she gets the break here, she's got a chance to serve for the set.
Good deck from Swiatek.
Yeah, we were saying earlier how that backhand hadn't been 100% for her, struggling a bit. That was a nice one. Thinking about the right things, getting the execution right.
I think what's been important for Swiatek being down 4-1 in this second set was she knew she made a few unforced errors that she wasn't happy with, but she kept swinging out on it and trusting her strokes, and now it's come together again for her in these last few games. Great serve.
Finding the bottom of the ball, you know, and she was really bending her knees.
Right.
In fact, it reminded me a little bit of Iga Swiatek.
Yes, that's true. I feel like Radwanska and Kerber were really the ones that started going down on their knees. Their knees pretty much touch the court as they're fending off that pace. But you're right, it does. It's pretty similar. But you gotta hand it to her. I mean, I know I mean, Davis is still in this match, but being down 4-1, she looked uncomfortable. She somehow found her rhythm.
fourth double fault here in the second set. She double faulted in the game. She was broken.
From Swiatek for a moment, I think she thought she may have missed it, but stayed in the point well.
That inner dialogue going, saying the right things. It's showing itself in her play. 15-30. Shots from Swiatek.
I feel like in that point she just buckled down and decided she was going to be consistent, kept the ball nice and deep, went for that good margin on all those ground strokes, got that couple unforced errors, last couple points from Davis.
Some break points for the world number one.
Took advantage of the short return from Swiatek.
Still break point. To 5-4 and a chance to serve for the match. Backhand rally's been productive for Davis at times. It was again there as Swiatek coughed up the unforced error.
great serve.
Yeah, that was a good forehand back behind Davis. Chances to close it down. Into the fourth round. We weren't sure it was going to be a straight set match. She was down 4-1. Davis seemed to be sort of in the ascendancy. But Iga just gets down to business, wins the last 5 games.
Yeah, I think she just did a great job of sort of getting her mind and thoughts together. She got a little bit flustered in that second set. Huge respect for Lauren Davis. Glad she's feeling okay. She had the trainer out, but this is the first time she played Swiatek, so tough challenge, but she was very excited to come out. I thought she had a very good performance. I think Swiatek in the end obviously lifted her level, shifted her game, got very consistent at the end. I think that celebration that we saw in the last game when she was serving for, I think just goes to show you a little bit that she was feeling that tension, wanting to close that match out, and the response afterward, it meant so much for her to be able to get through that match.